Michael Figured, Conversations.
All right, great. Hello, Ruben, for the first time on the podcast.
Hi, welcome.
I hope you're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I most certainly am.
There's only one problem, I think. Still, we don't have a name for a podcast, or I don't have a name for a podcast.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we're gonna call it. You were speaking about the lemon.
Obviously we have a giant bowl of very fresh, good-looking lemons.
Yeah.
I have to say, good choice. But I don't know if it's right to call the whole podcast after a stupid bowl of lemons that's been put here once.
The name of the podcast should be a bowl of lemons. That seems a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you could.
That seems a little bit strange.
Well, you never know when the next episode is going to be, and if these lemons will be still here. So you can just name it bowl of fruit. That's stupid.
Bowl of fruit. No, yeah. Okay.
That's really dumb. I'm sorry.
Maybe I should explain why the lemons are actually on the table, because
Oh yeah, sure.
people might be listening to this and don't know at all what it's about.
Mhm.
So yeah, since lockdown, I've been looking for a few hobbies.
So you decided to buy some lemons.
I just decided to buy some lemons. And put
That's
them
not
on
a
the
real
table.
hobby, but okay,
Yeah,
continue.
and yeah, it's very easy. So it seems to actually make limoncello. So yeah, I bought some lemons, and I've made those things for like 3 times or so. Actually, with the bowls that you can see here, these are from my grandfather, I think.
Ooh.
He had this whole storage room full of these bowls. He didn't use them at all, so I was like, okay, just
Can I? Hey, Grandpa, can I use them to make some booze?
yeah.
Sure.
I was, oh, okay, yeah, make all the booze you want, son. yeah, that's it. So I was wondering, like, you recently moved to Ghent, where I live as well.
Yes, I did.
So like, for a long time there was nobody living in Ghent. Like, I know, like, most of us, except for you, I think, most of us studied in Ghent.
Yeah, except for me.
Coincidentally, except for you,
Yep.
which is okay, yeah, whatever. But like, why did you then choose to move to Ghent? Because a lot of our friends, they have a connection with Ghent because they study here. And
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I get that a lot. So why we moved to Ghent is, first of all, I have a girlfriend, and she recently started, or should have started, her job.
Yeah.
Due to the whole corona crisis, that's been delayed. But she started her job, I don't know, in Locristi.
Locristi.
I guess no one will know what that
Yeah,
is. It's quite near Ghent. And since I have a car and she does not,
Yeah.
sounds a bit dickish to say, but it is, we decided to move as close to her work as possible. And I don't mind it.
Does it
I like-
matter to you at all where you actually live? Like,
Nah.
so it could have been like, I don't know, it could be France, and you would be like, oh, okay, let's move to France.
Yeah, sure.
That's okay for you.
Yeah, sure. Maybe not France, but because I don't speak French that well.
Yeah.
But I like no. I was going to say I like wine, but that's not true either. That of all the things I drink a lot.
A lot.
Not
wine.
Wine is not one of them. So
Maybe cheese is nice.
I would be
cheese is
kinda-
like the drugs of food, I'd say.
yeah, cheese is kind of nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but then I could also have moved to Holland, the Netherlands.
Yeah, but then
so-
but then you have to deal with people from
Okay.
the Netherlands.
So for anyone who doesn't know, we're Belgian,
Yeah.
and we very much do love people from the Netherlands and people from France,
Sure, yeah.
and so on and so on, and all our neighbors, and they love us, I guess. They never.
I think so. There's just like this kind of. We can call it a game. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a
or
game where just
I
like,
would
okay,
classify it
well,
as a game.
those damn Dutchmen. Yeah, you know, it's just jokes between countries. At least
Yeah.
I don't think you have a problem with people from Netherlands, and neither do I. So I'm just like
No.
joking about the stereotype.
Yeah, that's about it.
There's no real.
I think all countries have that with their neighboring countries.
Do you have it with other countries though? Like besides the Netherlands, do you also have it with other countries?
I guess so.
Like you joke with people from other countries. I've never actually given it a thought, but
I guess so. I think Italians really laugh with Spaniards and vice versa, and Portuguese and whatever.
Only with the neighboring countries though.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of close circled. I mean, USA and Canada, it's for sure. They laugh with each other all the time. I'm really sure.
I guess we should all just be good sports about it and just let it happen. You should be able to take a joke, especially like right now where everybody, if you just say something, they are offended or they have to write it down on social media and whatnot. I'm just like,
that's kind of true.
Just take a joke.
Yeah, I was last weekend. I was back with my parents in my parents' house, and I found this old book full of jokes, 50 jokes to tell your grandchildren or whatever. And it's a really old joke book, and I went through it, and some of the things that were in there should not have been written in these modern times, I guess. But they're still kind of funny.
Well, coincidentally, yesterday I was like browsing through TikTok, and I haven't told you this yet, so it's like a new story. I don't know. And there was this also a Belgian guy that found a deck of cards, and like all the cards inside the playing cards deck were all white persons, and then there was one black guy, and then the game was to not have the black person because then you should do chores and whatnot. So it was very racist, and I was like, wow, okay, so it has ever been that bad in Belgium. Okay, just
maybe we should not talk about Belgian history then.
If you want to know more about Belgian history, go somewhere else because we'll skip that part. Actually, I forgot in the beginning of this video to like kind of introduce you, like how do I know you and how this all come to be, because it's quite interesting, but I forgot. It's like the first time we do this.
I forgot too. How did we know each other? How did we meet?
Like
I don't remember.
Meet the first time, I think it was in the youth movement actually. So even before what's it called, high school. Even before high school, we met at the youth movements, and
we were, I want to say, 10 to 12.
Maybe
even younger.
I think it was could be even younger. But, like I think we were in the same youth movement. Like I quit the youth movement when I was 14, so I don't know about you.
Could have been around the same age.
Really?
Maybe maybe I think 13 I was still in it. 14 15 I was not anymore, so it could have been
same time. Oh, okay, great. And then actually so we didn't study together all the time, or we weren't in the same class.
No, I hopped a lot of classes through whole
where did you start? I don't remember.
So I went from what's it called, juniors, it's high school.
And then
let's just skip elementary school.
Okay.
But let's skip elementary school. I just graduated. It's not really that hard. You just turn 12 and you're free. But I started high school. I decided to study Latin. Because that's one of the main 3 options.
Is it actually like an advantage right now in your life that you studied Latin before?
Not at all.
No, not at all.
No. I mean, the only thing I remember from Latin are the phrases that everyone knows, like carpe diem and live life as it is and stuff like that. So not really. What was it? Oh yeah. So when we started high school, we had, well, you had multiple options, but when you go to a high school college, this will not translate as well to the US.
I should look up like the grades in America, maybe for our other people that might be watching this. Education.
Yeah, so you had professional schools, technical schools, and then I'm going to call them colleges until you correct me. So high school colleges, and in the colleges when we started, you had two kind of choices to follow. You had Latin, and then you had modern. That's it. Modern. It doesn't sound
modern,
right, but it's just
modern languages.
Modern languages, I guess.
I think that's the name.
So the only difference between the two is that in Latin you had an extra course, Latin, so many hours a week, and then modern is modern languages. You had French and English and German, not the first years, but it's kind of introductory.
You start having German, I think only in the 5th year or no?
Yeah, 5th and 6th.
Really, only 2 years. I thought it was longer.
The last 2 years.
So apparently, like elementary school is from the age of 5. From it's like mixing in Dutch with English. Starting at 5 and ending at 11, and then there's like middle school attached to it, and that's from the age of 11 to 14, with junior high school being from 12 to 14. And then there's just regular high school, which starts at 14.
Okay, so it's junior high and high school with us in Belgium. It's combined into one big school.
Yeah.
From 12 to 18? 17, 18?
So the entire high school ends at 18. Apparently.
Okay. So
they make it a little bit complicated.
Yeah.
Especially when compared to the Dutch system, I think it's like okay.
Oh well.
Whatever.
So So I started high school in the Latin course because I had a very, very good reason, really found and thought through. It's because all my friends from junior, whatever, from way back, they all chose to go to the Latin course, and I was like, I don't really care for Latin, but they're my friends.
I don't know that one because of your friends.
And I don't know anyone else, so I'm just gonna do what they do, and then I failed the first year of Latin.
Yeah, but I guess a lot of people make the choice because of their friends, especially at that age. I don't know, did your parents kind of interfere with your choice, or were they like, okay, whatever he chooses? It's fine with us.
Yeah, they did interfere. They did try to change my mind.
Yeah.
As did my teachers from the previous school. They all said, Latin. Yeah, that doesn't really sound like you. But I did it anyways, and I failed my first year. I said I didn't really care for it anyway, but I tried my second year at Latin, failed as well. So then I said, this is not going to work out for me, and I switched to the modern languages. I guess that's my first year, second year. Then the third year is modern languages mixed.
Mixed with something else.
Then you have to choose a sub path or whatever, and
what was it
that's
in your
economy.
Case? Oh, so from the age of 15, we said in the same.
Yeah, I guess
class.
so. Yeah, that's when I first met you.
In school again. Second time.
And really getting to know each other, sitting next to each other, and so on. So that's economy. Then I thought, I did 2 years of economy, modern languages.
I guess actually at that time the what's it called? The fair also started, like this annual event where we dress up as people say dogs, but it's actually bears. I think it was at that age. Like
I guess
should have been like 14 or 15, probably that we started.
Yeah. 14, 15. So we've been doing that for 8 years.
Is it 8 years? I'm going to look up what the name of the stoet is in English.
Yeah, it's just called the fetal, but
It's yeah.
That's not going to translate well.
Vital.
Camera. Okay. No, it's fetal. Yeah, where we
Stoet.
where we dress.
Procession, kind of a procession.
Oh, that doesn't sound right.
Procession is
No,
kind
no.
of taking it like to a higher level. That
No, that doesn't sound right
that's
at all.
what we are doing is not quite like a procession, but you know there's some similarities, right? There's like
it's.
I guess in a procession there's what actually is a procession. I
don't know. It's kind of tradition-based, fair or a march. I don't know.
A march. Like in our procession, there's a guy.
Stop
in the front.
Stop calling it procession, man.
How do I have to call it? I don't know. Anyway, so there's a guy in front, and he carries his door.
Mm-hmm.
And the story is that at one time in history, the guy,
Prosper.
Prosper,
The man with the door.
The maagd, Prosper the Virgin, if you really want to translate it, and he couldn't leave his house because he had to watch the door, which is another way to say stay at home. But he took it literally, and he just went from bar to bar and drank beers and so on.
Carrying his front door.
And that's what we love. That's our pride.
A town's hero.
Yeah. The small town where I'm from. That's
the small town hero.
Yeah.
The guy who took his front door to the bar. And he does have a statue on the square.
And he does have a statue. Yeah, he does have a statue as well. Yeah. That's amazing.
Kind of baffles me every time I hear the story, but it's small time stuff like that. That's kind of worth celebrating every year.
Well, was there something like that, like where you were from?
Where I'm from, I'm basically from the same city as you.
No, but okay. So the thing we were doing was very local.
Yeah.
Like in Ene, the name of the place where I was born.
Yeah.
But like at your place, was there something like that as well?
Yeah, we also had a fetal. Well, we called it a viertel with an R in the middle, so it's something completely different. But it's kind of the same. Only it's not really based around this folklore, this legend. It's just carriages, pulled by tractors.
Yeah,
there's really just like 10 or 15 tractors with carriages that are all dressed up and made to look like the decor of something else. And it's kind of the same thing in Ene, where you're from, but it's not really that much of a folklore thing. I did join that, I think, 2 years in a row when I was...
You also participated in
I did participate. I did participate. Goddamn. I did participate.
It's okay. I know what you mean.
Goddamn.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I was on the tractor.
All right. Oh, I know somewhere else where we met, or not where we met, but activity that we did together at that time, almost like. I was waving the flags and you were playing the lyra.
It's lyra.
Lyra, I don't know.
The vertical xylophone.
Yeah.
That's
lyra is the same.
Yeah, in the marching band, from the youth movement. So yeah, but we were in the same youth movement, but in different locations.
Yeah.
I think, and we only get together with the marching band that just puts different kids from all over our region together to play music and march.
That was kind of cool. Did you also go to Denmark?
Yep, I did.
That was really cool, right?
That was really cool. We were really young.
Yeah, I think
still
we must have been
13.
Or maybe even younger.
Yeah,
could have been. Maybe like 12
going 13.
12 going 13.
So somewhere in the middle. Yeah, we went to Denmark.
Felt like we were very young.
Yeah.
Like we had to ask admission for everyone.
Pretty much everything, yeah.
Yeah, for pretty much everything. So
It was really cool. It was this
Yeah.
international event, the Europeade.
Europeade. Yeah.
Yeah, where
I want to
Then
let
the-
Google read it.
yeah, sure. There was this big event. I don't really know what it was for, but they invited all kinds of marching bands from every country in Europe, I guess.
Europeade.
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 Okay.
The Europeade.
Europe.
Europeade.
Europeade.
No, Europeade.
Europeade.
No.
You might have heard of it. It's a big international event.
Yeah.
My brother still participates in it. So
Oh yeah, you went too. Nice.
well, it's cancelled this year because of reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, I still remember it fondly. We all went to Denmark. We performed through the streets of what city was it? I don't know, the capital. Probably.
The capital of Denmark.
I'm not even sure it's there, but
I remember that the drinks were
Not
very expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But
not free.
But the food was cheap or comparatively cheap. Copenhagen.
Yeah, but it was.
Were we there?
Yeah,
Wait.
I'm not really sure. I think it was a different city, but we were so young and it was all so new, and
Yeah, Legoland is in a place that I can't pronounce.
Sure. But we went to Legoland with the whole marching band.
Yeah.
That was a good day.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Yeah. Oh, it was a really good day. Except my only issue with that day was that my dad gave me some Danish kronen
Yeah, crowns.
crowns
Yeah.
to pay for some kind of souvenir while we were there, and he gave me like seven krones something.
Yeah.
So I was a kid. I was like, oh damn, that's a lot of money. And when we got to Legoland, the first thing I did was go to souvenir shop, and I was going through all the boxes with all the little bricks and all the little Lego figures, and every single thing was more expensive than I could pay for.
More than 7 crowns.
More than 7 crowns. But I didn't put the two together, that crowns are different value than regular euros. So that was a real bummer.
I think at that point we just didn't realize that there's an actual difference between the numbers between the countries. Maybe
Even the thought about
one is one.
Yeah, even the thought about having different currencies exist at the same time is crazy for a kid. So my only souvenir from that whole trip are still those 7 crowns that I have in a little box.
Actually, I really like that as a souvenir. I went to Iceland. I don't know. It was in the summer of last year. Last year, and I also just brought back these coins with the flying fish on them.
They have flying fish on them.
Apparently, I haven't seen any flying fish, but that's what on the backside of one of those coins. So
that's really cool.
I guess they do have flying fish in Iceland, but I haven't seen any.
That's really cool.
Oh. Yeah, and so what other stuff did you do coming up to this point where you are now? I'm wondering.
This point. Well, okay, I'm just going to skip high school because nothing. Although
okay.
although
I know where you're going now.
Yeah, one thing did happen. When we were, I'm going to say 5th year high school, or maybe sooner, 4th year high school. We were 15, I guess.
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
Yeah, when I think about it, our haircuts were ridiculous. Not that it's
I remember having the curls that go like this, and if you poured water into it, it would come out the other side just because of the curls that were so dense. So,
the Justin Bieber stuff was really hot back then.
Yeah.
But not that my hair is any better now. Anyway.
Have you found a hairdresser yet?
Yeah, I did make an appointment next week, so I'm looking forward to it.
You're covered.
Yep. So what I was going to say is we were 15 and we started our very first YouTube channel.
Yeah. Nice.
Together.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. But I remember how it got started. Do you?
You don't remember how it
I
got
do.
started.
I do remember. I do remember very clearly.
Actually,
No?
like why we
Yeah.
started.
Why we started filming things,
No.
really bad stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
in
not
hindsight,
bad.
in hindsight, if you look at it, it was like,
It's not
I
bad.
believe like we could have done better. I think.
Yeah.
At that age, we certainly had the skills to make them look better. I think at that age, even at that age, but yeah, I think maybe I don't know. Why.
Yeah, so
Computer was also. I'm not going to say it was a computer, but it was a computer. Like, it was very slow.
Yeah, it had a motherboard and other computery bits.
Computer stuff. Yeah.
No, we
actually. How did this start?
Yeah, we I think it was a Friday. Okay, I'm not really that clear on all the details, but let's say it was a Friday afternoon, right?
It was once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
On a Friday afternoon.
On a sunny day.
Something amazing happened.
No, we were so school was out and we were going back to your house.
Yeah.
To I don't know. We do 15-year-old kids do.
Yeah.
We were going to get smashed. No, that's not true. We were I fucking know. So we were going back to your place, and while we were going there, we were by bike, as we go everywhere.
Yeah.
And my chain came off. Not ringing any bells.
Not about the chain, but I am looking at the thumbnails from that time.
Oh God.
But I'll let you continue. It's a great story.
I don't think we actually posted our very first video on YouTube. Whatever.
Oh, it's about a video that we haven't released.
Yeah. So I guess how was it? I think you posted it to Facebook, but what happened in the video was my chain fell off my bike, but we still wanted to get to your house, so I kind of scooted my way forward.
Oh
there it is. So
I
was standing on one pedal and scooting with my leg like it was a razor scooter, but it was my bike, and you found it absolutely hilarious. So you started filming me.
Okay.
I did not know why. So you filmed me. You put that on Facebook, I think.
Could have been.
And it got.
Should I go looking for that video?
No, you should not. And it got a ridiculously low amount of views and response.
Also at that time, I don't think Facebook was like that big. Facebook.
Well,
I got my account in 2009. Oh
yeah.
Wait, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's already a long time.
And Facebook was only then like getting a lot of traction at our place. So.
Yeah.
But okay, the videos.
Yeah, so we got some comments, and it's all friends, of course, saying, "Why did you film this?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you guys? This is really stupid." I'm just paraphrasing, but it was kind of that way. So I don't know. I kind of think we mutually decided that we could do better, although it's not really. The videos we made are not proof that we could do better, but we kind of continued that path to just film random stuff and also kind of write some scripts and jokes and do some green screening and
actually on one of the videos there's a video called bloopers news intro and that's without editing. The thumbnail is a thumbnail without editing. And you can see the green screen on the back. And actually the green screen was also from you. We got it from you.
Yeah. I begged my dad, who works in a textile company, if he could bring me a roll of just green screen. Green fabric, really flashy fluo green fabric. And he didn't really ask why. But
that's a great dad.
that's an awesome dad. But he got me this big giant roll of just green fabric, and we hung it up in your garage.
Yeah, I remember.
Very badly lit.
It was also very cold at times there.
Yeah, it was really freezing in the garage.
Yeah.
But you can't see that on video,
No.
I think. But yeah, that's kind of how we started our very first YouTube channel.
Yeah. Actually, do you remember when do you think the first video was published? Like in years ago?
Oh damn! Yeah, you have it. You have it in front of you.
Yeah, I have it in front of me.
So I'm going back. I'm going to say it was our 4th or 5th year from high school, and we graduated 2013.
Oh, you're actually
yeah,
going to do calculations?
I'm doing the math.
Okay.
Estimated guess. I'm going to say 2010, 11.
Yes, actually, the oldest video is from 9 years ago, and that's.
I'm spot on.
Yeah, spot on. You won. I guess I'll. Yeah, I have to give you something in return. Maybe later on in this podcast.
Yeah, a nice
I'll
glass
guess what
of
that would be.
limoncello.
Yes.
Oh damn! I'm going to surprise.
It doesn't matter. The first video is about the teenage an activity that teenagers could go to, and we did a lot of those activities together
it was
as
the
well.
after movie.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we made an after movie about that, and we put it on YouTube. And I don't know, yeah, the video was. I remember it was with PowerLink Cyber Director or something. I don't know. Yeah.
I have no idea what
Like
it is.
editing program, and I think like after that there was a function that you could do green screen, and I was like, completely blown away that there even was a possibility. So that's the first program I did, a green screen. And yeah,
A lot of special effects,
yeah,
text flying
Yeah.
everywhere.
yeah.
So after 9 years?
Yeah, so 9 years was the
Yeah.
oldest video, and then the most recent video was it's amazing. It's 8 years ago.
8 years ago. So we
did it for one year. Yeah.
So that was our kind of brief YouTube history together. But
Yeah.
I was wondering, the first video we ever released was this after movie. How
first-
many views did it get after?
Which one?
The very first video. How many
The
views?
first video we did together,
Yeah.
green screen news.
Oh, yeah, that's
The
first
news.
one.
That's a video with about it's 8. What was it about?
Yeah, it was. So it's also 9 years ago, and that was, I guess, the first video we have actually put effort into.
Yes,
In terms
I would
of
say so,
writing,
yeah.
writing scripts, jokes, thinking of how we could film the stuff beforehand. Again, before we started shooting
like,
it. So
there was a bit of organization going into
That's it.
into making the video.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That had 349 views after 9 years. So yeah,
349. It's not that bad.
we were really booming. And actually, one of the most viewed ones. Do you remember? Like, okay, there's only a handful of videos, of course, but
The most our most viewed video.
yeah.
Is it still the bloopers one?
Now I'm not so sure. I found a video that had a lot of views.
Oh,
Ah, okay, yeah, okay. So the most viewed video
Yeah.
is actually the bloopers one.
Yeah.
But the one
Still going
after
strong.
that, the one after that is Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Oh my god, no. Oh my god, no.
I still remember how to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in Japanese.
Japanese, yeah. it is.
Shinin omedeto, kurisumasu omedeto.
That's the
Don't
one.
shoot me if I did not pronounce this correctly, but yeah,
Yeah. So
good
that
times.
was our New Year special
Yeah.
that we
yeah.
made for our,
The New Year's.
I don't know, 30 subscribers. I don't want to say.
No, we don't. Guess how many we had. It's embarrassing.
Really? I want to say at least our whole class was
No,
subscribed. No,
no,
not even.
no.
Oh boy.
We had 8. We had eight subscribers, man. 8. And somehow,
after a whole year.
and somehow, even after our YouTube career stopped, somehow a few years later, that motivated you to
Yeah.
start over again.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, it did. So, For the people who don't know or don't recognize my face with long, ridiculously long hair,
Now's the time for a shameless plug, I'd say. Yeah.
I'm the guy behind the SpareTimeShop channel. Ooh, what's
Wow.
that? I've never heard of it. Well, it's a very great channel where I do all kind of DIY stuff and I make stupid things.
Well, I wouldn't say stupid.
Well, it's kind. Yeah, it's just a thing I always say, but I don't have a tagline.
It's very nice. I really like your style.
Yeah, so that's
SpareTimeShop.
2017. So that's 3 years ago, going in 6 years later than we.
Your first video is from on that channel is from 2 years ago. So 5 years, no. My
6
math
years.
is
So
my
6.
math,
Yeah.
my
Well,
math is
let
really
me
off.
let me do the math.
6 years, yeah.
Yeah. So 6 years after we tried our first hand at YouTube,
Yeah.
I kind of started again doing DIY things. Just really, yeah, in this kind of style, or I should say this topic, this just targeting this group of people, and it's not really meant to target people because it's just what I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, one day I kind of decided I was going to make a birdhouse in for our yard at home, and I kind of filmed it out of complete boredom, and I don't know, was kind of curious what would happen. So I made a channel.
Your first one already had more views than our top one 6 years before that. So
Yeah, that's a good start.
do you know what your most popular one is?
I do not.
Most popular.
I do
Your
not.
most viewed video is Too Many Blocks DIY wall decoration.
Oh my god,
from
still that one.
And is that the one that was posted on Reddit as well? I don't know.
I think so.
Anyway, not almost a million, but 846k views. That's like.
That's crazy.
Are you sometimes thinking about the amount of people, like the individual people, that if you put them together, what amount of people that would be that viewed a video specifically from you?
No, please don't. No.
That's crazy, man.
That's a lot of clicks. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But I have to say, it really didn't go that fast as I hoped it would go. I mean, I'm not complaining at all, but that's the hard part. I was just looking through my videos this morning, and I noticed my first uploaded video was the birdhouse. Was not popular at all. It was way too long. Video still is.
Yeah, 11 minutes.
Yeah, that's way more than the average attention span of a YouTube viewer.
Yeah,
but
I know, but YouTube has this algorithm where videos that are longer than 14 minutes,
yeah, but
they actually get like pushed more.
Yeah, but I hate it.
Really, I enjoy the long format video.
Yeah.
Okay, sometimes you just want like a quick one, but other times like there's podcasts or things where they explain things that you're like, you can't really explain this concept or this thing in under 5 minutes. So to me, it's kind of like it shouldn't be, but it's kind of a quality thing. Like, okay, if it's like more than 15 minutes, I guess somebody really like
put thought and
put in
effort
time
into it.
and work and effort into it, and
yeah.
Maybe it's just because of the type of content. I don't know. Like, what type of content do you watch on YouTube? Do you actually watch YouTube a lot? I don't know.
I actually find myself watching less YouTube than before.
Like, since you started,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, it's the same for me. But I still watch a lot. I think I've watched more YouTube than you, but I still watch a lot. But since so I've also started again, but was first it's your part.
Thank you.
And yeah, just like it takes your time of doing just watching, and takes your time and going into producing instead of consuming.
Consuming, producing. That's
yeah,
it's totally right. But I have to say that I kind of put a lot of time into my videos, even though some of them are just, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, but that's just because I feel like, all right, I told the whole story of how I put this thing together, and I don't need it to be longer. I've got enough. I've got plenty of footage to make a 15-minute video easily, but I don't feel like it has to be. So I just cut it up, throw most of my stuff in the trash, and just shorten it down. So it's a faster pace. It's just more entertaining. There's more stuff going on screen than when I have to drag it out on purpose. So I'm not going to do that, and that's why. Yeah, all my later videos, with a few exceptions, agreed, but will be. I don't think there's any video over 10 minutes.
Do you take it into account when you're creating them? Like, I have to keep this under a certain, under a certain time, or like, do you cut out stuff just because you want it to be less long?
Yeah, actually I do.
You do?
Yeah, because when I know on forehand what I'm going to build, and I think, this is a small thing, it's a nightstand or something really simple. I don't need this to be with very complicated shots and with good lighting or sound. I know it sounds bad what I'm saying, but then I go a lot faster and just film less, because I know if I film too much, I'm going to cut away certain parts anyway. So I'm just focusing on building the thing, shooting the essential stuff, then putting it together. It's 4 minutes video. Great. Post it. It's good as it is. But
do you keep all the stuff, like all the raw footage that you have? Do you keep it somewhere, or do you just?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you've become a little bit of a technological guy then.
Nah. Not really. From all the videos I made, I still have all the footage, just on my hard drive. I think, but my PC,
really?
My PC is at 60% full.
Yeah.
No, it's 60% full capacity.
Yeah.
So I still have 1 year and a half room left to film. So but what I was trying to go back to is that my very first video was not as popular at all, but it did get some reactions and people being they were being positive, saying, "Oh, you're trying something cool. Maybe add this, or add an end screen, or maybe put this in the beginning of the video, or something like that."
Did you like try to make it perfect the first time, or were you like, okay, let's put this thing out and we'll see what happens, get some feedback?
I mean, I was trying to get a good video, you can fiddle around and still go back and back to change stuff, but at a certain point you have to say, okay, that's good enough. It's 95% perfect. That's okay. Let's post it. Yeah. And with every feedback I got, I kind of changed my format and just kept making videos, even though. And you'll see this. I made a subscriber special. Video. My very first subscriber special video is at 69 subscribers, because
okay.
That's hilarious. And that's I don't know how many videos are in front of it.
Like how many?
Michael is at the computer doing the history.
2, 5, 10, 14.
Wait, what? 14?
14, 15 before 21. That's
Yeah, you skipped one.
Oh, I'm going in the wrong direction. Okay. So 14. 14 before the 69 subscriber.
Really?
I think 14. So that's like half your amount of total videos that you've already uploaded. Do you have a schedule to kind of upload? I just feel like at sometimes you just say like, oh, okay, I have a new video, go watch it, and I've never really given it thought that it is at a repeated schedule, like, or at a repeated a certain amount of time always.
Yeah, there are a lot of graphs and info online on when to post certain videos on certain channels or some. You have YouTube and Instagram and Facebook or whatever. Someone somewhere already calculated the perfect moment to post stuff, but I don't really follow that. I did once because I was curious.
And did it work?
Again, no. It made no difference at all. So I just thought, why even bother? And I just try to post a video every month. Doesn't seem like much, but it kind of takes a lot of work to put it in. And if you take into account the name of my channel is the SpareTimeShop, so it's my spare time that I dedicate to.
Yeah, people already know that it's in your spare time, and it's not your full-time job, so they know when to expect videos, or they know that the frequency of videos won't be that often. Although one a month is 12 videos. Mad.
Oh damn! You nailed it.
12.
Yeah, absolutely.
12 videos a year, so I guess that's a pretty
yeah.
good
It doesn't
number.
seem like much. There are people posting twice a week, even every weekday, but they are in it professionally.
Those are probably professional. I try to upload once a week, but I just started to. But for now, it works. But Sunday, I don't know, upload on Sunday. But I don't think that Sunday is a great day to upload. I guess on Sunday, most people are spending time with their family and not on their computer. I think.
Yeah, makes sense.
I don't know. I could also postpone it until I don't know. I once looked it up and I think that in the middle of each week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then in the afternoon would be the best way to post a video to get as much reach as possible. But I'm not sure. So they could schedule it for that.
You could try it.
Yeah. Now I have the feeling that I want to stick to the Sunday video that comes out.
The Sunday release. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, if you have this kind of rhythm going with regular uploads, you have to.
I think maybe it's more important in the beginning when you're building, when you're actively building your audience more than it is later on. I know everybody knows PewDiePie, but PewDiePie, I think he can just I think he did it a while ago. He just left and there were no videos at all. And then he came back and boom, there were already millions of views again. So that's what happens if you're really popular, but you're getting there 18K.
It's
pretty good.
I'm actually really happy with that.
I can imagine.
It's been 3 years in the making, and when I first started, I made my logo. Just text with the SpareTimeShop, and then my shed where I do all my building. And I also included a little since, with these retro vintage brands, they always put since 19 whatever. But I put in.
Oh the titles of your video, SEO.
No, not in the titles, but really in my logo itself, it says since 2017. Which
okay.
It's really small, but at the time I thought it was kind of funny because you never know where it's gonna go. And now we're 3 years in, and now it kind of feels like it already has some meaning, at least to me. Because I think it's the really first big project that I stuck with for so long, and it's not really that long, 3 years yet, but
well, I guess a lot of people I just got started, but I think a lot of people quit in the beginning because they don't see it grow quickly enough. I just think it's a patience kind of thing. We're used to just having everything instantly, and then if you have to work for something a really long time, or I would consider 3 years to be that's all right for people our age. I've been working on this for 3 years, on my own individually. Then I think it's quite a lot of time. So
absolutely.
And not a lot of people have that patience and persistence to actually do it. So
that's it. That's what I was trying to say with my first subscriber special. I mean, it's 14 videos in, and I had 69 subscribers.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
So I had to make 14 videos
Yeah.
before I had
Did,
69
did you
subscribers.
actively put it out on social media or on Instagram, Facebook?
Well, not in the beginning. I didn't have Instagram because
Oh yeah, you only recently got a smartphone. Well,
Yeah.
recently, a lot
Two-
later than most people. I'd say.
yeah, that's 1.5 year ago.
And before that, you had.
Just a little Samsung brick phone. Not really a smartphone.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I that was one of the reasons I bought a smartphone. It was to to start an Instagram also for my channel and kind of spread my I don't know, get my followers, subscribers from multiple channels, but I'm not really into Instagram at all.
Okay.
I think I jumped on the bandwagon too late, and it's I don't know,
Yeah.
kind of lost on me.
What I found is that even if people follow you on Instagram, like the amount of followers that actually go to another channel is very small. So it's very hard to convince them. So okay, so you're following me on Instagram. Well, also subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, that doesn't work at all.
It's really hard. Yeah.
I tried. Well, with me, it's the other way around. I kind of want to have my YouTube subscribers also follow me on Instagram just to post pictures and behind the scenes and
Do you say it in your videos like, okay, by the way, I also post I don't know back scenes,
behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes of what I'm doing on Instagram. Maybe that's something you probably could.
I don't say it out loud in my videos because I don't want to be begging.
But a lot of people do that. Like there's the guy I watch, Graham Stephan, I think is his name, and it's also the name of his YouTube channel. And he makes like these financial advice kind of videos about about investing and about housing and whatever. And in each video, he's at least saying it 3 times, like, okay, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and it's
really annoying.
I don't really care actually. Is it just like, okay, but a lot of more people do it when you actually say it out loud. Like if they're not reminded that they can actually like a video or that they can actually subscribe, they won't do it. So
no, but I'm not really. I don't want it that much. I'm not. I don't really care.
You don't want to grow it. I mean, there's a great. Seeing your videos, I think they're great quality.
I don't want to grow.
They are great quality, so you could grow and like.
No.
I don't know. You probably, because what's the number of subscribers you have to have before you get kind of paid?
For the AdSense, it's 1,000 subscribers.
Okay, so like, I don't know if it could be a good source of income, like later on, or like
you'd
a
have
sense
to
of
have
security.
Millions of subscribers.
Well, extra income,
sure.
Like to have some extra safety kind of net that you can build up.
Yeah, sure.
So
I don't know. That's not the intention. That's not at all the intention of the channel. If YouTube didn't activate the AdSense automatically, I would have never have done it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even planning on doing that, but it was turned on when I crossed the 1,000 subscribers. YouTube just, I don't know, flipped the switch or something, and the AdSense, the ad revenue was turned on. It was a couple of cents, really, every month. It was 12 cents maybe my first month.
Awesome.
And I thought, what's the big deal then? What's the difference? I could just turn it off again. But it's
you just do it purely for your amusement.
Absolutely,
for fun.
Because that's not at all my intention to grow this out and not
like
not at all.
you could want to grow it without having the like financial thing in the back of your head.
Yeah, I know, but I want to grow it, but I don't want to force force it. If that makes sense, I don't want to be the guy in the at the literal beginning of every video saying at the first words are like a subscriber, all that. I absolutely hate it when anyone does it. If someone does that at the beginning of a video, I'm out. I'm out. I'm leaving.
Well,
immediately.
I think it shows in a lot of videos or people that are starting right now. If they are only doing it for the money and they are doing it for bad reasons, then it shows in their videos as well. Like they can put out a lot of videos and like shitty videos.
Maybe you have to bleep it. But
Yeah.
No, that's absolutely it. I didn't do it. I started my channel just out of curiosity, and that's still what it is. If it grows, every subscriber that I gain, I'm still amazed, and because they come from YouTube themselves. I don't post on other platforms or whatever, so I don't want people to discover it by force. I mean, if someone finds my channel and thinks, okay, this is cool, I'll subscribe. That means a lot more to me than someone subscribing because I said them to. I told them to. It's
so if it wouldn't be for the YouTube thing where you post DIY stuff, so are there like other things that you're really passionate about or that you really like that you would grow into a YouTube channel or would invest your time in? I'm just curious.
Nah.
The one passion is DIY.
Pretty much. No, I did tamper with the idea of growing it into a small business, but not entirely on the DIY kind of thing, but more on community based. So
I don't really get what
you're
trying to say.
Yeah. So Makerspaces.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I got you. So Makerspace is basically an open kind of creative workshop where anyone could just wander in, use the equipment that is there to build something for themselves.
Okay.
And that's just the open platform because a lot of people don't have access to tools and to materials and so on. So I'm really interested into Makerspaces, and I actually am a member of some. Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in where I studied, I guess that's what you call college then.
Yeah.
So my very last studies were product development, and we had a big machine workshop in our school, and that was amazing. And
probably like the CNC machines or like 3D printers and so on.
3D printers, CNCs, bandsaw, table saw, sanding stations. Basically, everything was there that I wanted and that I still want.
why have you never asked? Like at our home, we have a 3D printer, so if you want to print something, you can always ask my father to print it for you, and he probably might. Or did you already do it? Oh no, you have your own.
Quite a long time ago. But I got myself a 3D printer, of course. And I kind of started collecting tools along the way. With each project, I thought, am I going to build this with the tools I already have, or do I need something more? And then follow-up thought is, will I use that tool for the next project as well? So it's not just a one-time buy and one-time use thing. So that's how I started collecting tools, and my collection is, so to say, kind of small.
Well, small. If you can build all that stuff.
That's kind of the thing. I can build all that things with the tools I have and with the resources I find, because I don't have a metal shop. I go to a metal shop. I take a course welding, and I just use all the equipment that's there. I pay my entrance fee or what's called submission, and I can use all that stuff because at home I don't have. Basically, I don't have any space. I have half a shed. That's mine.
Yeah.
The other half is the lawnmower and
That's
all
where
that
you
stuff.
film, right? That's where you
That's where I
record your
film.
videos.
Yeah, that's the shop. That's the spare time shop. That's just half a shed.
So if you're not working on your YouTube channel or on making videos or building stuff, like what else do you do? Is there other stuff that you do? I guess there is.
Yeah, I work.
You also work. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah.
I work a regular job.
Yeah.
Um,
And yeah.
that's a lot of time.
Besides.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, I did start my own. I'm not going to call it company because that's not what it is. But I did. How am I going to explain this? It's a bijberoep.
Okay.
It's a side job.
Side job.
Yeah,
Let's see.
sure. It's a side job.
A secondary occupation.
That's
like seems
Yeah.
like
that sounds right. A secondary occupation.
Secondary occupation.
Oh my god.
Secondary occupation.
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
It's clear.
Yeah.
Yes, where I also build things.
Oh wow! So you don't ever relax, do you?
Wow, something completely different. Yeah, I also build things. It's kind of linked to the YouTube channel where some of the stuff I make I sell, but then in a legal way, because in Belgium everything has to be legal.
Yep.
So it's all good. It's all in the green with taxes and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of an extra income where I use the tools. Where I use my tools that I bought for my YouTube also kind of semi-professionally.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So
Yep.
that's kind of all my spare time that goes into there. Yeah.
No movies or music that you listen to. Not anymore. You're just working all the time, then doing the spare time shop, and then go to bed. Is that it?
Well, it sounds
Could be.
Sounds really sad when you say it like that.
Grinding, the grinding life. Yeah.
No, sure. No. Of course, I still watch TV and stuff, but yeah.
Do you have Netflix?
Yup.
Have you seen the series about basketball, like The Last Dance?
The Last Dance?
Yeah, it's called The Last Dance. It's with Michael Jordan.
Okay.
It's about
I've not
about his
seen
career. It's very good. I'm at the last episode right now, so I'm almost finished. Actually, I started watching because of the wrong reason, because like I heard that Kobe Bryant died. And then I think a few weeks later there was this new series on Netflix about basketball. I was like, okay, that might be about Kobe Bryant. And
yeah, it's all
I'm
about
not I'm not really good with the names of the basketball players or like what they look like. Not uninformed at all. I'm uninformed completely. So I was watching because of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
And I just later realized at one point in the series, of course, Kobe Bryant also comes into play.
So wait, there too?
Yeah. And I was like, okay, damn, I've been watching for the wrong reasons. So yeah, but now I know about the Chicago Bulls and LA Lakers, and yeah, well, no, I've heard about them, and I kind of place them into time. Like, have you heard of Carmen Electra? Do you know her?
Yes.
It's actually.
I was once a teenage boy. Yes.
Yeah, that's the ex-wife of one of the players from the basketball team.
Oh damn.
And it's the really bad boy type. So, but no, I want to remember his name by myself, but
it's not. It's not gonna work. The bad boy type. You know the basketball player? That's the bad boy type.
Dennis Rodman, yeah. Dennis Rodman. That's the player. Hey, this guy, he would go to games. Was very good, like, well, amazingly good, and he really worked well together with Michael Jordan's one. But sometimes he just disappeared. No sign of him anywhere to be found. And then he would go to Las Vegas, for example, to gamble, or he would go to the wrestling games and so on, and like make an appearance over there. It's really crazy. But so he was gone for an entire day or days, and then he just came back next day and played, and he was good, actually good.
No questions asked.
Well, a lot of questions asked.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just like, just the bad. Have you ever seen a picture of him?
Nope.
Oh, wait, okay. So
I imagine him having
okay,
crazy
so
haircut.
I'll show this picture on screen when, okay.
Show me this. Wait, what?
Yeah, this one. Oh,
Yeah, I know the other one is Carmen Electra, but
yeah, this guy, and he was together with Carmen Electra.
the dude has green hair.
Yeah, at this point. Yeah, he just
he had it.
switches.
Switches colors. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
but yeah, all right.
He's kind of the Ramona Flowers of basketball.
Yeah,
Really cool.
So you have not watched
Nope.
this series, but did you see the latest episode of Rick and Morty yet?
Goddamn no.
I think it is alive already on Netflix. I'm not sure. I watched it somewhere else.
You scoundrel.
Let me see. The latest episode is coming out on Netflix on the 7th of... Oh, actually tomorrow. So on the 7th of June.
Awesome. So tonight I have time to rewatch the first two.
Yeah, the first one is...
First two? First three?
Mind-blowing.
First two episodes?
The first one is number 6 of the series.
Yeah.
Never Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
And they're in a train. Like, never... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you have not seen it?
I have not
Not
seen
at all.
it.
Not at all.
Not at all. Don't talk too much.
Oh shit.
Let's just...
But they're all on Netflix, and still you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
You were waiting for all the episodes to come out, and then you were going to watch it more. You just didn't know that they
I
were
did
new
know.
episodes.
I didn't know that they're out.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Rick and Morty is one of the few things I do follow on Instagram.
They have an Instagram page.
Yeah, funny.
Really? Oh.
That's
I didn't know. I didn't.
literally next to all these other YouTubers and woodworkers.
Yeah.
One of the only other things I follow on Instagram.
So, and it's like Rick or Morty that's posting?
No,
or?
it's just a show. It's just a show
Oh, okay,
with
okay.
a lot of fan art. And,
it would be funny if it's
theories.
actually Rick or Morty,
Yeah, it would
like
be kinda
posting
cool.
like their adventures.
That would be kind of cool.
Actually, why are they not doing that? Would be cool.
$1 million idea.
Yeah, damn.
Well, kind of $5 idea maybe.
Yeah, but I'll take the $5.
Yeah,
I don't,
sure.
I don't know if there's any. Actually, so talking about Instagram, just this afternoon I watched a video about a guy, and he used machine learning and AI to firstly discover which image was performing best on Instagram. So it just like ran thousands of images through the stream, and I can't explain it technically, but like through a stream, and then the computer or the AI figured out how what the best performing image would be, and then he also used a neural network to generate faces of people, and then he used the faces that were generated by AI and put them in the first AI that figured out which one would perform best on Instagram, and then he posted stuff with the combination of both of them.
So they're like the perfect Instagram.
There's
pictures.
like the AI person that works best for Instagram, and actually it's kind of funny to watch. Like the paper that is used in the example is, of course, it's Chinese. There's Chinese people that I think Chinese. I should check my sources.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice if we had someone in the back that would like fact check while we are saying stuff. Yeah. Anyways, but most of the images that came out of the generated one were mostly Asian and also female. The female part I think is like seems obvious that they were going to be female, but also they were also mostly Chinese women.
Huh.
So my thought was okay, so and the reason because it's Chinese people and the AI just took they scraped of course images from websites and so on, took these images. But if they scraped it from their place, then most of the images that would return to that database would be images of Chinese women.
Yeah,
Because
makes sense.
they're from China.
Sure.
So the AI was actually biased towards Chinese people. So the result also has a disproportionate amount of Chinese women as a result.
So the AI had a thing for Asian ladies.
The AI had a thing for Asian ladies. So then it got me thinking like, would there, if as long as we create something ourselves, like as humans, will we ever create an unbiased AI? Like in the future, if we let AI decide stuff for us, like will it ever be unbiased? Because at some point in the past, it was built by a human. Because like you can just put a box of air somewhere and expect to somehow grow an AI outlet that is just made out of nothingness.
So it still has had human input to create the AI. So there's somewhere is still a trace of that.
Yeah. So I was wondering, like, would it? Is it actually possible to have like an objective AI? Because I don't know. So that's what I spent my time on thinking sometimes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
No, I do find it kind of interesting, but I'm not that capable of giving any input. It's just maybe you should invite someone who is working with AI and an expert.
That's a good idea. Actually, I have maybe that was a good idea to put the booklets here, because for one of the next guests, I've written down like some people that would be interesting to.
You mean there's going to be multiple episodes of the bowl of fruit?
Like the
podcast.
The lemon squeeze podcast. I don't know.
No, that's even worse.
Actually, there is a person that he worked in because now we're working from home, of course. Worked in the same building that we were at, and it's a communication agency. It's called Duke and Grace now, and before it was Wijs. Do you know about Wijs?
Not really, but they use AI in there.
And there's this guy in spare time. I guess it's in spare time. He experiments with stuff, AI stuff.
Ooh, cool.
And it's AI, AR, like all of that interesting stuff to me.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think he would be. He was actually the nephew of an intern that I got. So that might be an interesting one. And then also, well, you are on the list, of course.
I was.
And my brother, if I can convince him at some point to do it, because he's not really comfortable with talking in English for a long time. I think.
Well, there's still obviously a few good.
I've wanted to interview my boss as well. So from Clevin. So that's someone I want to interview, and I think he would also be open to actually do it. That would be interesting, of course. And then there's some other people that I think would also be interesting, like that I know from like I'm in a book club.
Of course you are.
Of course I am, and there's this guy. He's also an entrepreneur, and he like builds companies, and he's very easy to talk to as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's very interesting, and he has sometimes when I watch his Instagram, it's a little bit crazy, but I like the guy, and maybe that should be our next guest or the next guest. Could be
Yeah,
cool.
sounds good. And you could fill up the bowl of fruit with something different each time. And then...
Yeah, I think so. After all this time, oh, pardon. Excuse me, sorry. It's big. The water makes me burp somehow. I don't know.
That's nice to know.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. We still don't have a name for it. Could be just a Michael Figured show.
Of course, if you want to make it all about you.
No, actually, most of the time you were talking. I think.
Well,
Oh, well.
You're...
I don't know. Actually, it should be like that. So if it wasn't like that, then something should be changed. I think. Actually, it's just more conversation. So.
Okay, you're drifting off. You're really drifting off.
I'm thinking about it.
Well, this is actually the first time you and, in hindsight, also me tried to tape something, to record
Especially
anything
for this long,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know how long we have been talking, but we have been talking for, let me check, about an hour and 20 minutes almost. So that's quite long.
Oof, never talked to you that long.
Yeah, actually we never talked that long in one go, I think. Well, maybe we do with this kind of.
But then we're drunk and now we're not.
Yeah, now we're not drunk, but I could help you with that.
Oh, damn!
Oh, a little bit at least, yeah.
Oh, that's a great segue.
So, yeah.
I ruined it again. So,
No.
you were going to say?
Yeah. So, the thing I was doing in my spare time during the lockdown is making limoncello from these lemons and also lemonade, but we won't drink lemonade right now, but we will drink limoncello if you want one.
I would very much like a taste of your experiments.
All right. So I'll just go and get it, and then I'll be back in a second.
All right. In the meantime, I'll just keep talking to the Llama microphone, which we very professionally installed in between the two of us as a kind of safe barrier.
The llama actually also came from a drunk moment. I got it from people that I organized a party with.
Another drunk history.
There's a lot of them, but I don't think most of them are suitable for.
Okay, so Michael left the room to go find his limoncello, which apparently he stores. I don't know where he is, like 3 levels down in the basement. And oh, he's back. That was quick.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's very cold.
As it should be.
Yep. It's in the freezer. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that the limoncello doesn't freeze, but I am surprised that the glass doesn't break.
From the cold.
Or maybe
Wow.
the glass just only breaks because of the liquid that is expanding, and not because the glass is.
Yeah, glass
freezing.
mostly shatters under pressure or with temperature drops and switches.
So
It
it's
has
not
to-
because of the liquid, or is it?
Yeah, it could be because of the pressure, but then mostly the top or the bottom will blow off.
And
Will
this is
just-
actually
Dismantle and
yeah.
your fridge would be a mess.
This is pretty thick glass. So actually, this took about, I don't know, I should say 8, but I skipped the last part of the production process for the limoncello because how you do it is you take lemons, you peel them, you put them in alcohol and pure alcohol for about 4 days, and then you add a mixture of sugar and water, and that's essentially it.
Okay, sounds good.
But if you add it all together, you still have to wait another 4 days normally before you can actually pour it into bottles. and that's something I don't do because I am an impatient person and I want to get booze right away. So
I don't have
that's why
4 days to wait for my.
I'm
drink.
already waiting for 4 days, so I'm not waiting another 4 ones to taste this. But it turns out really delicious, or at least I've tried it with my family and with. No, I hope I don't spill it.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. If you can't really see, or I don't know, I'm only listening to this. These are shot glasses, and they're very full.
Yes. I am going to put this up on Spotify. I think actually I felt like this went pretty okay. Well,
It was kind of decent for the first attempt.
yeah.
I would say.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah. We
Wait,
have to
wait,
cheer.
nice.
Right next to the microphone. That's interesting. All right. That's. I was going to say it's been a while since I drank one, but it's only been since last week.
Since this morning.
Since just before you came, before the podcast, because I want to be a smooth talker and alcohol. Yeah. Like, do you actually have the effects of alcohol? Like, what's the first effect? Sorry, what's the first effect you feel?
You mean when I drink?
Yes.
Pure joy.
Well,
No.
then you should do it more often. No.
Terrible advice.
No, yeah, very terrible.
No.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
When I think about it, I guess what you said was right. That it makes you kind of open up. It makes me kind of open up and loosen up a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Just make it easier to talk to people. And when I hit the right amount of alcohol, I even start dancing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. Yeah, I did see you dance maybe, but then I was also drunk.
And you remembered?
So I still remember a time where we went to. There's a street in Ghent that has all these bars.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And what, the drink?
No, the street.
Okay.
The limoncello is quite tasty.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's the street with all these bars, and we went to what's it called? It was a special bar. Was it Moose Bar?
It was a strip club. No, that was different nights. I'm sorry.
Yeah, shh. Don't tell them.
It
No.
was so après-ski winter bar kind of thing. That's the one.
Yeah.
talking
I think
about
well, actually, so before that, what was it before the Moose Bar? It was Tam Tam. No, was it Tam Tam?
I could possibly not remember any less.
Anyway, after that, so Moose Bar is done now. Now it's kind of a gay bar, I think. Well, not actually. Like it's a bar for people that love the same sex.
So
I think so.
So like a gay bar, yeah.
But like most people that go in there like people from the same sex. But
okay.
you could also go in there if you want.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah.
I feel like there's a lot more to the story, but you're not really
no.
comfortable telling this.
Okay, so no, so it was not in that street, but I specifically remembered the time during the Ghent, what's it called? Feesten.
Oh yeah, just the feast.
The feast, the Ghent feast.
Yeah, that's
And
10 days
there was
of
there was a
drinking
bar.
straight. Yeah.
Oh, you're very quick. You want another one?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I have a very long bike ride after this.
Yeah. And yeah, there's a bar, and I had some drinks with friends, Brecht, and yeah, the bar recently changed its concept, and it was essentially a gay bar after that, and we didn't notice for a while. So yeah, and then at one point my friend was like, "Oh, have you seen in what kind of bar we are? No, and I look at those. Okay, maybe it's a coincidence. I don't know. I looked at some other people, and it was pretty clear. But we only went inside to pee. So
a very good decision. If you have to go inside anywhere just to pee, better be gay bar.
And this year there's no Ghent feasts, so
it's too bad.
There's no it won't happen this year.
So sad. But maybe it's maybe it's kind of important. Could be later on to note that you could cut out some pieces of this recording if you want to. So when you get all the way to the end, it might be a little choppy. I don't know. Not really sure what you're planning to do with this. If you want everyone to know that you went to a gay bar.
Those are just things that happen. I don't have a problem with any kind of people in any kind of a relationship, really. So
no, of course not.
I don't care.
All right.
It's just I don't know. It's just that kind of memory that sticks with you. It's like, okay, this is not exactly where I should be, maybe. So
I do remember. Do we have time for another weird story?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. There's still a lot more of limoncello.
There's a lot of time and there's a lot of limoncello, so go ahead.
It's one of those nights where we went out and I do.
And by we you mean
you and I.
Oh, okay.
We, us.
Oh, did we go out a lot together?
Not that much, but the times we did are still memorable, at least to me.
Okay.
But no, it was Halloween. Last Halloween, which is
I remember
1 or 2 years ago.
I'd say a year and a half.
Last Halloween.
Yeah, I still remember it very vividly.
Yeah, you do? All right, that's good.
Or at least a part. Go ahead.
There was a lot to it. So we were supposed to meet all our friends at this big Halloween party in a club somewhere on the outskirts of Ghent.
It was in Compass Club.
Yeah. But maybe I should back up. So, wow, this is already going really well. So I'm going to back up. You found someone to schmink, to do our
there
makeup.
was somebody
and
who was
stuff.
supposed to do, or somebody was and did actually do our makeup for that evening. Yeah.
Sort of semi-professionally. It looked really good.
Well, actually, there was, if I have to tell that story, there was this girl that I met on Tinder, and that's was a pretty weird girl. Actually, like from talking to her and visiting her place, like she had this kind of bowls with dead animals and like all these books about serial killers and so on. And then when we were cooking, she was like, "Oh, look at how sharp this knife is." So like the red flags were there, I guess. But I also guess that I was blind at that time. So but anyway, so nothing happened between us, and just like very calm and like friendly and whatever. But she was also into doing makeup.
Yeah, special effects makeup
and
as well.
I asked her to do our makeup, and that's what she did. Yeah,
but she was really cool.
She was really cool.
So she did our makeup. You asked for a handsome, sexy skeleton face. Thingy, and I was like, fuck this, it's Halloween, I want to be scary as hell, make me a spooky clown, because everyone hates spooky clowns. And because we were in full makeup, we couldn't really take a sip of from a glass, because it would ruin the makeup. So we drank probably one of the strongest beers there is through a straw.
Yeah.
Would not recommend. So we got, let's say, kind of drunk really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And so in full costume and makeup, we headed out to meet our friends at this club. But,
Yes.
there was, I guess there was another club with the same name, or another party with the same name
There were
somewhere
two clubs,
else.
and the two clubs had the same name.
Yeah.
And the address on the Facebook page was
From the
the
wrong
address
club.
of the wrong club. Was the address of the wrong club?
Yeah, so we looked on maps and we said, oh, it's not so far. We can walk there. Turns out, yeah, that's not really true, and we overestimated. Also, it was the wrong club.
And also, the actual club was the other side of the city.
Yeah, it was completely the other way around.
Yeah.
So we went on foot to this club in full costume.
Yeah.
Slightly buzzed, I have to say. That's
Yeah.
an understatement, but you get it. Because we were just walking, stopped in a few night shops
Yep.
along the way to get some drinks, because we were thirsty from the walking.
Of course.
You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Also, kind of forgetting that we were fully in full makeup.
It's easy to forget, right?
Yeah, it's easy to forget when you can't see yourself. So we kind of spooked some people in the night shops, and when we were completely lost, I remember you trying to stop some cars to get a ride to the other side of the city.
Yeah.
Also,
Not very effectively.
not completely ineffective, because you were a very spooky skeleton.
Yeah.
Not knowing that you stood in the middle of the middle of the road, trying to stop cars.
Yeah.
Waving your arms around like a lunatic, and talking to people. Can you give us a ride? It's just me and my friend, and I was standing on the curb in my dressed as a spooky clown. Just hi, it's me.
Yeah.
Easy to say, we did not get a ride.
No, so we headed off on our own because we couldn't get to the original Compass Club. I guess that was the night with
To the right club.
No, that was another night, but we went to the other club, right?
Yeah, we kind of went to the.
We went out.
To the to the Overpoort, to the one street with all the clubs in Ghent.
Or did we go to Sioux?
I do not remember. But we went somewhere else.
Yeah.
That was
Great.
That was a good
Yeah.
night.
Good memories.
Yeah, that was a good night. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
This limoncello is really kicking in though.
It's crazy. Like you drink one or two of them, and you can immediately feel it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's stronger than normal limoncello should be. I don't know.
I'm willing to bet it is. Yeah.
I don't know how you measure the alcohol percentage in a drink. Like this one should be 35, 40 maybe. No, I should probably I don't know. Yeah, it's probably 40.
Yeah, 40%
Right.
alcohol. All right.
I think so. Yeah, but there's also it's a small amount, right? So
Yeah,
shouldn't be
sure.
that much.
If you drink.
And we ate something nice beforehand. Well, nice. That's maybe too nice of a way to put it.
Peanut butter on toast.
we ate a toast with
Peanut
butter. Yeah.
BB toast.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Anyway, yeah, it was
Not-
good.
It's good. It's good. Good
All right.
afternoon. Good.
Yeah. All right, Ruben.
Yeah.
I think we're going to wrap it up right here.
Yeah, let's finish the bottle off screen.
And
Smart.
finish the bottle off screen. I already can't talk anymore.
All right.
You know, I really enjoyed this talk,
Mm-hmm.
and it was interesting to hear about your YouTube career and like just gathering the memories of all our time together, which was like a road down to memory lane,
Ah, wonderful.
so to speak. And yeah, as the first guest on the show,
Yeah, it's
it's been amazing. So
Yeah,
I'll
could be
yeah.
an honor.
Yeah.
Who knows
it
where this
could
goes?
be an honor. Maybe Spotify will buy me out for 100 million in a few years.
Don't jinx,
I don't know.
jinx
I don't know.
yourself.
No. But yeah, I had fun, and I think this will. Well,
Yeah, absolutely.
If
Thank
you can hear this, then it probably went out live. So I think it's
All right, then
All right.
thank you. I want to thank you so much for being your first guest. Could be a huge honor, and hopefully the nameless podcasts insert fruit bowl.
something with fruit. Yeah.
Bowl of fruits podcast goes somewhere. You'll never know.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for listening.
Of course. Thanks for listening too.
Wow.
Great. The magic is in the air. Magic is in the air.
And half a bottle of limoncello still to finish.
And soon limoncello in our stomach.
All right. So, up to
Right.
you.
Bye.